Greetings from the land of OP. I am Rob, the OPGamer, and I am bringing you episode number 9 of our Crash Landing series. This is the first ever recorded episode of Crash Landing, as I'm sure I mentioned before, and we are joined today on the server by Xavier, Bluefairy. I monologued without actually holding my push-to-talk key down, so you didn't know I did it.
Sneak monologue.
So how was your time being driven out of your own home? How'd that go for you? You don't have to answer honestly if you don't want to. I'm just filling air.
It was... yeah.
Not again.
Exactly.
So, want to see a few random, stupid, dinky things I did?
Yeah, let's see.
What's in your hand, by the way?
Fruit salad.
I just made cheeseburgers. And bacon cheeseburgers.
Awesome.
And bacon.
You've been busy then.
So, you know that thing where you build while I'm at work, and then you get on and show me shit, and I think it's awesome, and I fuck around, and you do that whole methodical thing where you plan everything out to the last detail before you do anything, and then I'm the exact opposite, where I bust through like a bull in a china shop and just wreck shit up, and then you have to fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that happened while you were gone, and you weren't here to supervise me.
I expect, like, the nuclear reactor to be right next to the refrigerator.
Basically. Also, did you know that's actually a load of shit? Bowls in china shops don't knock shit over. Mythbusters did a thing on that. It was funny. He didn't touch anything. He just kind of wandered around and was like, eee, and didn't touch shit.
That sounds like something Mythbusters would do.
Yeah, so I don't know if you saw this. I'm going to show the most minor things first. Did you see this?
I think I've seen this. I know I've ran past it a few times.
There's a bunch of redstone down there in a redstone torch put in such a funny way so you can push the button. And I made a couple of vanilla repeaters. So you just dump your bucket down and push the button and you get an obsidian in the chest.
Nice.
So that's minor enough. I made this tower for gliding over to the abandoned city. I didn't do that on camera. I just figured I'd show people. I didn't know where to put it, and I saw it on your job board after I did it. I'm like, oh, he probably had a plan for this. And then I asked you, and you said it was supposed to go on top of that thing, which is where I was going to put it initially, but I didn't know if you had plans for that. So that's a thing that happened.
Yeah, the only plans I had for this thing over here was pretty much turning this upper level into a way to access the actual wall level and then build out the walls a little more.
Cool.
And then from here, go straight up.
Well, that tower can be moved. It's very simple, as you can see. It only took me, I think, 5 stacks or 8 stacks of bricks. Something like that. I don't remember.
Alright.
And then I did this. This is a thing. This is for accessing monsters, so you can get experience for things that you might need experience for.
You do realize that smaller spiders can get in here pretty easy.
Yeah, baby monsters too, so you gotta be careful. And then a hopper, of course, to get the loots.
Ah.
It begins to radiate a
nice
slight
touch.
glow. I got smite on this. Oh, you like the hopper?
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna do this, I think. That way shit doesn't get stuck on the edge of the wall, maybe?
Maybe.
So that's the thing. Anyway, you can fuck with this if you want to, or demolish it, I don't care. I just need to experience it, want to go out there, so I did that. And now I'm done with it, so it's useless to me. At this point. So Bluefairy and I kind of talked a little bit about this sifter in here, and how we were going to do loots and shit. And she wanted to kind of combine our efforts. So I told her she could handle the storage aspect of this if she wanted to, however she wanted to do things in here. And I would handle the auto loot thing. So I made it upstairs.
Upstairs.
So this is going to be where the automatic loots happen. And if you get to that before I get to that, that's fine, I don't care. I just kind of decided to put them up here for the sake of putting them up here. I kind of kept the motif going on from downstairs, so it's like the wood and the floor and everything, so it kind of looks like it matches.
Consistency.
Yeah. And speaking of giant empty rooms, You might know I covered this shit up right here.
Woohoo! No giant empty rooms, Batman.
You didn't see this upstairs because I covered it up with sand up top to keep the motif looking right.
Well done.
So this room, BT dubs, I don't have a plan for quite yet, and I should more accurately say I have several plans for this room, but for starting out's sake, I don't have an immediate plan for this room. I'm thinking this room could be for like the big reactor, or for you could put like the high oven down here maybe, and this could be where loot's get tripled and sent upstairs, or this could be any number of things. What I'm eventually going to do is this wall right here, I'm going to knock this wall down, and I'm going to make a second side room, and in here I'm going to put shell storage units so we can have multiple shell constructors in here. And then I'm going to move this a little bit. I'm going to move this 90 degrees so it'll be like against this wall instead for our auto cobble. And that'll be a thing that happens, and then we can have extra shell units down like in here and not pop out in one single room and have to remember to pop it every time. And then I'll make another room below this one directly underneath it here. So like let's say this becomes the big reactor room, the one right below it could be the high oven room, or maybe vice versa, or however we want to do it. Or I could make an adjacent room. We can extend out this way or the other way. Maybe not back because there's already shit out here that Bluefairy's doing stuff with. Or we could move my lava gen stuff. I don't know. I just made room because we need room for building things. And those are my ideas for it.
Okay. I have a little bit of input on the sink shell room. We could probably have it located beneath the ship. That's mostly hollowed out anyway.
I thought Bluefairy's planning something for that.
I think her plan was actually the sink shell thing.
Oh, well then we can do that. And we can move the lava gen maybe somewhere else. I don't care. Just think we need room for stuff.
Yeah, we have lots of room now.
I'm gonna do more rooms. I'm gonna basically clone this room right below it. And then we can do like outside maybe a little ways. Like have another room that direction and another room that direction. And it could be like a 4x4x2 room or 8 room. I don't know. I think we should have a giant subterranean tower. What do you think?
Yeah, we could do that.
And this ceiling is basically what you've seen me do this kind of ceiling before, where it's a micro part ceiling. It's 1 block thick. That's a cobblestone slab up above with a glowstone cover made of chisel.
Yeah.
I was super impressed with myself when I thought about single block lighting like that, by the way. Will you put my glowstone back, please? Thank you.
Working on it.
How many men does it take to change a light bulb? Was the joke that came to mind there.
Pretty much. Took us 3 tries.
So, I did this. This is the thing that happened right here. This is pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing this before my sabbatical, we'll call it.
Yeah, let's call it that. And the pipes just go straight over to the barrels, so we're good. That's how I kept up on the leaves and the dirt and shit while you guys were gone.
Awesome.
And then this is obvious what it is, but I made a lot of dirt for mycelium because I wanted mushrooms for a bacon mushroom cheeseburger. But it hasn't made mushrooms happen. I don't know, like, what the deal is. Like, it's not growing mushrooms.
I think it only grows the mushrooms when it turns water into witch water.
Oh.
During that time frame.
In that case, I'll make us a lot of witch water off camera so I can get mushrooms for bacon mushroom cheeseburgers.
Sounds good.
And then the last thing I did was over here. I busted into your farm area, and I figured you'll redo it, but that's okay. Rice. The way I was getting my cheeseburgers, I was using your rice for grinding into dough, flour, or whatever the fuck to make dough. And I was putting extras over here, as you can see. And I made a soybean field in your giant empty field that is now no longer empty.
So, this is where you've been putting those. I don't think I saw the barrels of these earlier. Or I could have just been completely blind.
I'm going to go with completely blind.
Sounds good.
I might have done it while you were offline and you never saw it, and that's fine, but I'm just going to choose to blame you for something. Anyway. So those are my minor alterations, and you can totally move them around how you see fit because you're master builder as usual, but I I just need supervision. Didn't have any, so this happened.
Well, this works. One of my goals was to expand farm stuff so we could actually, eat.
I want a bigger farm of rice because I was using that primarily to make dough. So maybe a full rice field next to the beans field or something. I don't know. That's kind of my thought. But however you want to go about it, I think we should automate all this shit. I think that should happen. And for that, we need Pneumaticraft.
Yeah. Yep, we're actually pretty close. We have some empty, PCBs that we can just throw some transistors on and call it a day. So we have enough, I think, for maybe 4 machine frames.
Really?
Yeah, we got some from quests, I think, or something.
Oh, cool. Well, here's our Pneumaticraft area that we, I don't know if we showed this briefly on camera a couple of episodes back, but we have it going on again over here. I think, I watched a spotlight on Pneumaticraft, BT Dubs, so you're not the only one that knows a little bit about this now. Some part of me thinks it'd be awesome to get an automated tree farm. I think we should automate simple things first, like tree farm and food and loots. Probably needs to happen. But I think we should also, for our power generation, we could use this maybe for powering stuff. Like we have the I forget what it's called, the Pneumaticraft thingy. Because Pneumaticraft has a couple of engines to it that you can hook up to pipes that can be powered by the pressure, and one makes IC2 power, one makes Buildcraft power. Right?
Yeah.
And then we can use those Buildcraft powering engines to power our RF things. That's kind of how it's going in my head. So if we get like a giant tree farm, an automated tree farm going on, and we can burn those trees into charcoal to make charcoal blocks. And we get just a line of these air compressors. We get 18 air compressors or some just crazy number, because I like to do things whole hog, as you know. And then we could use those to power the pressure systems, which we could then use to power the engines, which could then give us power. We could power the stuff to power the stuff to power the stuff to get power. What do you think?
Powerception. Sounds great.
Cool. Let's take a YouTube cut. I want to see about a few things, and then we'll come back and do Pneumaticraft things. So how do we actually get etching acid, BT Dubs? What I'm curious about.
We make a bucket of it in the pressure chamber.
With all this plastic and monster shit and stuff.
Yeah. I should have a board assembled here soon.
Yeah, that's why I was curious.
Yeah. Just need more fuel.
So my thought was a mob farm. I'm saying this on camera now. My thought was a mob farm, so we get ender pearls, which we could then use for an ender generator, because those are pretty awesome, and I don't want to have to... We did the redstone generators in Agrarian Skies, and that was pretty awesome for a while, but I'm kind of wanting a little bit of a change of scenery, something a little bit different, so I was thinking the ender generators. But we could probably also make reactant dynamos. We could do poop and sugar, or mob essence, maybe, and sugar. If we have a mob farm going for grinders, we'll get essence anyways. Burn that in gunpowder, because gunpowder is pretty easy to get, but with the mob farm as well as the sifting.
Yeah, we could totally do that. The mob farm has been on the to-do list for a while.
Well, that's kind of something that'll happen off camera, I'm thinking, because it'll be pretty boring to see a bunch of shit like bricks laid down.
Yeah.
So what do you think? I will give you a vote. Ender generators or reactant dynamos?
Ender generator.
Win. Generators
PCB complete.
are these guys from Extra Utilities, and a lot of them are disabled. Most notably, the lava generator is disabled because lava is super easy to get. Ender generators use some ender pearls and one of those PCR LX 100 logic expansion cards. I'll make a few of these guys. These give basically about 2 million RF over the course of 5 minutes. So that's kind of what we're going to aim for here. Printed circuit board out of an unassembled. Which one did you make there?
In this little box here,
Yeah.
I made the empty PCB.
Okay, so so that gets crafted into an unassembled PCB?
Yeah, I'm actually right at that step right now.
Is that how
Turn
etching works?
this crafting table. Kinda. I was just looking at the quest in the book.
Oh. Which quest?
In the whole pneumatic craft chain.
Pneumatic craft chain. Oh, under pressure probably. I haven't actually completed any of these.
Yeah. Well, welcome to a whole lot of loot.
Okay, well, I'll turn these in, I guess, really quick. The Bluefairy is making this tunnel over here, which is kind of cool looking. She's making it out of the black cobblestone that the road's made out of that leads to the abandoned city. And there's a door here. She's got a button here, and this is going to be for minecarts. And she's extending this all the way over to the city. Just goes to the base, and she said this is going to be for automatically sending loot back from the city when we go to explore, which is a really nice way. Eventually, there's going to be a more high-tech way that Pneumaticraft's going to give us that we can use to get loot transferred directly from our inventories, but that's kind of high-tech, and it's going to be a little bit later game. This is a really nice, short, early game solution for us.
Hi.
Here. Hi. I was showing the camera your tunnel. Got anything you want to say about it?
Woo. It's an underground cargo subway. It's gonna loop around. The way you start it, you put down a minecart right underneath the big button, hit go, and shoom, off you go.
And shoom.
Try it. You have to face the correct direction.
Woo!
And then you'll see at the end where it loops around.
Did you dig all this cobblestone out, or did you find it down here?
I
Holy shit.
made some more of the black cobblestone, and I used the gravel that fell on my head for the floor.
This is a hell of a tunnel.
Yeah.
So this isn't going to be for actually traveling back and forth? Oh my god, some of my chunks... Oh, whew! I was going straight to like an empty blueness, like the chunks didn't render. I thought I was about to fly off into nothingness after log while on a minecart. That would have been annoying. So this isn't going to be for actually traveling out there, because this is kind of slow to travel out there. We have a tower for gliding purposes, or hang gliders, obviously, and that's how we're going to get back and forth for ourselves. This minecart is purely going to be, it's going to be upgraded with a chest later. Purely this is going to be for sending items back. So we can place stuff in the chest and hit a button and send the cart back. And it will dump off and then return, kind of thing, is what I think is what's going to go on here. So you can see on the map, up in the top corner here, that we're at the edge of the city here. We can hit this button. Oop. There we go. And now we will zip back. So that's the thing that happened. Oh god.
Can we turn rotten flesh into leather?
Yes, I think. By cooking it. There we go. So I will do a cut, we'll be back. There's a much faster way to etch these PCBs, but it involves machine setup that we don't have yet. We found some of them while we were doing the exploration of the city, but we haven't actually hooked them up yet, and we need more than what we found. So this is going to be the slow initial way to etch a PCB to get us these generators. We want
I think the
one of
book
these
said
guys.
5 minutes per.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to jump in there, take a little bit of damage, and pick it up out of there, because acid actually hurts. Or that, you fucking cheater.
I have a bucket.
Imagine that. I think you should have jumped in and taken some damage.
And ruin my clothes?
Xavier McClose.
Damn right.
So, yeah, I'm going to make a few more of these PCBs, I think. We'll get those done and make a few generators out of them, and then I'll work on a mod farm between episodes. What do you think?
Sounds good.
Sweet. Sisters.
Well, 3 of each of those were sitting in this.
Yeah, and now they're in my inventory.
Need to complete that for, complete crafting one of those for a quest. Yoink. And here, have a bonus one.
Bonus! I will trade you with some plastic sheets.
Woot.
Alright, so what we're doing here, guys, is Xavier's got this for an input chest. You can see that this is automatically pulling out of the chest and putting in here. This is a pressure chamber interface. And it pulls out of the chest and dumps inside here. As we can see, I've got stuff in here popping. We got plastic sheets that are being created at the moment. Iron and the seeds and all that kind of stuff. And I set up the filter wrong over here. So if we look at this guy, we're getting plastic. So let's go ahead and, in order to get the output side here, we're going to set this guy so that he goes, he has to match. So we go plastic. And that will bring the plastic out. You can see the door, you can see the little indicator when the plastic comes out. And then this is the input door. So basically the pressure chamber brings out what's in there, the door opens, and it inserts it here. And then this door opens and it dumps it into the chest. This helps maintain the pressure within the pressure chamber. So you burn the pressure, you burn up coal in here, creates air pressure, you can see the air pressure gauge, puts it in the chamber compresses it via the air pressure, and then it comes out here. So that's how that works out. And I didn't actually need to put that in there yet, so that's alright. Oh, I did need to put that in there. So why didn't it use the redstone? That's a little odd. So we need 9, we're going to do the plastic sheeting for these guys. So plastic sheeting is going to be, we're going to end up with more plastic. So we're going to dump there, there, and there. Whoop. Only half of that, apparently. And that should get us the blue plastic. Or the lightning plastic, I should say. Although it should have used up the... Oh, okay, so you don't actually need the iron for that one. Interesting. So we can see that that's over there burning, and that's compressing this guy up here in a few minutes. That'll get all compressed. Why is the redstone not... Why is the compressed iron not going in there? A little odd. Oh, there is compressed iron in there. It says there's 9 in here backed up, and there's 9 in here. Well, anyway, that's how you get stuff in and out. So we're going to go ahead and get these things taken up. Once we've gotten enough of these, the transistors themselves. Oh, come on. We can see that's in the pressure chamber to get those, and that's in the pressure chamber. That's when we need the iron and the redstone. So I'm going to go ahead and get these cooked up. I'll be back. You are being stalked. Wah!
Kerplang?
Yeah, I flew down next to you. It was pretty awesome, and you weren't watching. It was pretty awesome. So guys, we finished these PCBs, and I'm going to be turning these into a bunch of ender generators.
And how wide did you say you wanted it? 50-something?
Oh, no, not for the mob trap. That's something else that I have an idea for later on down the road. And if we're going to move the tree farm out here, I'm going to just build it straight in the airspace above the main base. So that's that. But this is for the mob farm, something else completely. So.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I'll do that piece directly over the airspace. That tower will eventually go away once I do what I'm going to do, so I'll just use the main airspace over the main base. Yeah. So, punji sticks. So basically at this point, what we're going to do, guys, is I've made enough PCB to make those generators, and we're going to be making generators now. And in order to actually complete that process, we are going to be making another courtyard over here. So like on the map, what's the button? X, I think? Yeah, there it is. So on the map, you guys can see on the far west side, we have that giant courtyard that we use for farming over there. And on this side, we're going to have a mirror courtyard over here. And this courtyard over here that Xavier's digging out, he's going to be making basically another one of those. And we're going to use that for, number one, for a tree farm to get charcoal for automatically feeding the pressure chamber for the pneumaticraft stuff. And then the other point is going to be we're going to make a mob trap out here. And more appropriately, I'm going to be making the mob trap because I want to be able to get Endermen to die in the mob trap so we can have Ender Pearls to generate for power. Once we have power going on, I can set up some... we're going to get up in the upper floor of this guy here, like you saw in the beginning of the episode, up here, and I'm going to set up some thermal expansion machines for automatically creating and smashing us. We use pulverizers to make auto loots to get sifted. So that's how that's going to work out, and we're going to go from there. So I think this episode... I have no idea how long this episode is so far. I should probably check, actually. Let's see. 25 minutes, so we'll wrap up in a few minutes here. I'll give you guys an idea where we're at, and that'll be good from there. So I think maybe we'll call this one a little bit early. I don't know. We'll poke around a little bit more. So we've only got about 5 minutes left in this episode, and then we'll do another one right after it, or possibly I'll just work on a mob farm and not do another one after it. Actually, that's probably the more likely idea at the moment. So I may just shut this off for the evening because I got enough episodes for this week. So I know I told you this earlier, Xavier, but I want you to react on camera in the exact same way that you reacted earlier when I told you about this. But I've moved to my stream to Hitbox. What do you think?
What the heck's Hitbox?
Hitbox is a streaming channel like Twitch, except for it's better.
Awesome.
I thought you knew that.
No, I didn't, actually.
Oh, so Hitbox. So anybody who may not know, I guess I should probably mention this. Hitbox is a streaming channel. It's like Twitch, except for it. They're a lot more lax on their privacy policies and their content policies for what you can record. So I could, for example, overlay music videos like I was doing at one point when I was doing some of the beta for. What do you call it? We should probably close this up for the night, huh?
Yeah. That's why I ran past you.
When I was doing the beta for the EverQuest Next. So that's what that is. And I was streaming music videos at the same time as I was playing. And those music videos were actually against Twitch's policy. I don't think it's against Hitbox's policy. I guess I could be wrong on that, but from what I've been given to understand so far, I can do that kind of stuff. Also, the big difference between Hitbox and Twitch is Twitch has that imposed 30-second delay when you're streaming. Like, it takes 30 seconds before what you stream gets put onto your channel, and that's annoying as fuck, especially if you're trying to interact with an audience. So Hitbox has a 2-second delay, so it's much more manageable, much easier, that kind of thing. So I've switched my stream to Hitbox. My streaming channel is I've still got my Twitch account. I'm not going to get rid of it, but I'm not going to be using it for a while. I'm going to be using Hitbox primarily when I do stream, which I'm not sure when that next time that's going to be is, but I've already updated my icons and my overlay for my video. So that's the thing. Hitbox.com/RobTheOPGamer. What do you think, Xavier?
I need to update my bookmarks.
Or add to your bookmarks. I haven't gotten rid of Twitch yet.
Okay.
I also haven't really customized that channel too much either yet, so that's the thing. As far as announcements go, I'm going to be doing a 50 subscriber event. I'm going to stream that probably next weekend. I was going to do it this weekend, but things just shit all over my day today, so that just didn't end up happening. Kind of rageful about that. So it's probably going to be the weekend after, like the next day after this goes live, because this episode I'm recording right now is going to go live on a Friday, this coming Friday. Right now for me, right now my time, it's Sunday. So this episode is going to be going live this Friday, and then it'll be Saturday, the following Saturday, the next day, that I actually throw this up there and do a YouTube event. Haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I want to do a 50 subscriber event because I've hit 50 subs. Hype! Say hype, Xavier.
Hype, Xavier.
Excellent. So that'll be happening. Keep an eye out for that. Haven't decided what game yet. I promised one of my people that was watching my last sub event that I would do a game called Bob, but I don't know if he still follows me, and I'm not sure that I want to. I'm not sure I want to like brave a brand new game for a sub event, but I don't have any better ideas at this point either. So it's gonna wait. Like if next weekend gets here and I have no better ideas, that's what'll happen at that point. So that's a thing. Sub event next weekend. I think I had another announcement too. I don't remember what it was though at this moment.
Content?
Content. What kind of content?
Well, I know that I'm assembling a 1.7 pack.
That was it! Thank you! Holy shit. So yeah, Xavier is assembling a server play. So the new server play is going to be launching. It's going to be 1.7, 1.171. Is that what we're going to be doing?
1710.
1710, yeah. So 1.7.10 Minecraft. Last server play we did was 164, and that was fun for a while. But most of our favorite mods have now switched over to 1.7. So we're going to do a 1.7 server play. I'm really looking forward to that because I'm really looking forward to some of the new stuff. So keep an eye out for that. We'll probably launch that. I think we'll go back and forth once we actually launch that. Once you get that pack together, I'll do some episodes of that and some episodes of this. We'll kind of go back and forth for a little while until this run gets done. What do you think?
That should at least keep things fresh.
Yeah, so we get bored one place, we can work on something else. So that'll be kind of cool. And I have a new project I'm going to be doing on this server that Xavier, I haven't even told him what it's going to be, so it'll be a surprise to everybody. But I'll be working on that. That's going to be after the auto loot because it's going. I need a lot. I'll give you a spoiler alert. Would you like a spoiler alert? Or not a
spoilers?
Not a spoiler alert, but like a hint. I'm gonna need a lot of glowstone. Lot of glowstone. Ha, glowstone.
I'm imagining just replacing the desert with glowstone.
Not quite. So, I think that's it for this episode. We're going to wait out this nighttime, and I'm going to work on a mob trap. And maybe at the beginning of next episode, I'll come back and we'll start working on power.
Sounds good.
Hope everybody had an OP time. Make sure to like, favorite, follow, subscribe, Hitbox, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter /RobTheOPGamer. Peace.